Hey everyone, Chris here with more stories in cardboard. Today I'm going to get back to the set spotlight for the 1955 Topps All-American set. Today I have 6 cards to show you, and we're going to start with this first card, card number 15 of Eddie Kaw. He was a 2-time All-American for Cornell University, and this is just a great looking card with that blue inset border. And I love the old style leather helmet here. It just really screams 1920s football. He was an All-American at Cornell from 1921, or during the 1921 and the 1922 season. One of the interesting things about this card, if you look at the back, a lot of times there's just some great information on the back, but you see the question here on the back. When was the first intercollegiate game played? And it gives you the answer, 1869. And it's Princeton versus Rutgers. So you have a little bit of football history there on the back of this card. And another little tidbit about Mr. Kaw. In 2018, Odell Beckham Jr. caught and threw a touchdown pass in 2 separate football games. And it was the first time that had happened since 1924, when Eddie Kaw did that when he was playing for the Buffalo Bisons in the NFL. Pretty cool card there. The next card is card number 16 in the set. Eddie Kaw, by the way, is a short print. Next card is number 16. This is Knute Rockne of Notre Dame. A lot of people know him for being a great football coach, but he was also a great football player before he was a football coach. Now, I want to talk more about his playing days, and if you were to believe the movie Knute Rockne All-American, you would believe that Notre Dame started the forward pass or invented the forward pass. That's not exactly true. It was used before Notre Dame started using it, but it kind of became really popular in 1913 when they were playing Army, and they were the underdog against Army. And what was the quarterback's name? The quarterback's name was Gus Duray. And on the back here it says that Gus Duray completed 13 of 27 passes. I've seen other accounts that say 14 of 27 passes. But one thing's for sure, they ended up beating Army that day, but what that game did, it wasn't exactly the start of the forward pass, but what it did was it kind of catapulted Notre Dame into a football powerhouse and started one of the biggest rivalries in college football at that time, the Army and Notre Dame football rivalry. And you have to understand something about passing back then. You were penalized very heavily for passing if you didn't complete the pass. If you threw an incomplete pass that touched a player, it was a 15-yard penalty. And if you threw a pass that touched no one, then you lost the ball as a turnover. It's great on the back here. It does talk about that game against Army. Very historical game. This next card is card number 17. This is Bobby Reynolds of Nebraska. Shout out to Vintage Card Steve, a Nebraska football fan. He was nicknamed Mr. Touchdown. And you can go on YouTube and just search Mr. Touchdown song. And there's a little bit of a story behind this. So in 1950, RCA had a contest where they were giving away a free TV and a gold-plated album for the college football player that had the most touchdowns that season. Bobby Reynolds had the most touchdowns in college football that season. So ever since then, he was known by the nickname of Mr. Touchdown, and he finished 5th in Heisman voting that year. See if there's anything interesting on the back here. Oh yeah, he had 157 points in that season, his sophomore season, which was a record at the time. Next card is card number 18. This is Pudge Heffelfinger. Now what he is known for, first of all, what a great looking card. I love the blue on that football helmet and just the colored border there. in the dark blue jersey, really makes the card pop in my opinion. Now, he was an All-American at Yale, and what he is known for is being the first paid professional football player. He is believed to be, with pretty strong evidence, I won't go into it, but you can look at that online if you'd like. But he was the first person to be paid, and I believe it was $500 in 1892 to play for a football team. And this is also a short print as well. The next card is card number 19. This is Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith played for the University of Minnesota, and he won the Heisman Trophy in 1941. And in fact, he was presented the Heisman Trophy just 2 days after the attack on Pearl Harbor. You can actually hear his speech if you search for it on YouTube as well. One of the great Heisman acceptance speeches, and shortly after he enlisted in the Navy to go serve his country. He also played professionally for the Green Bay Packers when he got back from the war, and briefly for the Los Angeles Rams. And lastly is card number 20, which is Slinging Sammy Baugh. A lot of people credit him with being the guy to really make passing popular, to kind of revolutionize the passing game and really make it a big part of football. Just an incredible passer and an all-around great football player. He was a great defensive player as well, and one of the all-time greatest punters. Now, there's another player that's in this set that should get some recognition for his part in making passing popular as well, and I'll just, that's a little teaser. You'll have to keep watching this to find out who that is, but he is also in this set. That's all I have today. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed this.